Flexu. Let's have a conversation today, y'all. Let's have a conversation today. All right? Today we're going to talk about the Christ energy. For those who are wondering what I'm smoking, I got a little skull cap in here. I got some Demiana. I got some chamomile in here. I got some mint in here. A little bit of lavender. Just a little bit of lavender. And I got a little blend. A little bit of Blue Lotus, because Blue Lotus it doesn't burn my throat, but it dries my throat out. So I don't smoke weed out of these. I roll herbs. That's what they didn't tell us, that we can just roll and smoke herbs all day, not just weed. And it still helps us, because dragons breathe fire. We are smoke. We become all the elements. You see? So you use all the elements to be able to help you out. Can I drop that blend somewhere? I just dropped it. Stop asking me to do more work than I'm doing already. I just gave it to you. Play it back. Don't be lazy. Come on, brother. I love you, but this mission is not easy. Asking me to do more work than I'm already doing is kind of crazy right now. Doing all this to try to get y'all this information. I put it all on the line already. It's been on the line. Come on, but you gotta help a brother out. Help a brother out. Klexumiaki, Reklu Mafian. Okay, so for those who don't know, currently I'm in Sedona doing what I do. And today we're going to talk about the Christ energy and what that actually means, because, you know, I feel like a lot of beings are saying it, but they really don't know what it means. They only say it because they heard somebody else say it and they realize something's happening to them. So they're like, Christ energy too. I'm Christ energy too. Because nobody wants to be left behind. Nobody wants to be left behind. It's all good, brother. It's all good. It's all love here. This is how us dragons talk to each other. For humans, human may view it as aggressive or like off-putting, but us dragons, we're very direct with each other. We don't be sugarcoating shit with each other. That's what humans do. We don't do that over here. We talk to you straight so you can get right. Thank you. Gratitude for my hair. Y'all see, it's finally really coming in now. It took a while, but I stayed patient. No surgeries here. Manifestation. I got a nice little fro in front of me. It's, you know, hey, Klexi me out. Okay, so back to what I was saying. As we have learned for many years about the Kundalini energy, we have learned that the Kundalini energy is running through us right now, and that what many people told you or you read about the Kundalini, there's much more to that. Now, the beings who taught you about the Kundalini had certain information about the Kundalini, but obviously, they couldn't give it all to you, because then you would know too much and you would wake up too soon. You know, we're all on a timer, so you would wake up too soon if your Kundalini was awakening a little early. A lot of y'all Kundalini was waking early and y'all went to mental institutions because your Kundalini woke up early and you tried to exist in a time that was not ready for your ascension. But that was on your journey too. Okay? That was on your journey too. All right. Now, under the Kundalini energy, it's a frequency, it's an energy, whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to put on it. And all of you have different roles to do under that Kundalini energy. Do you know how the demonic forces move against us as a group? They're very good. They're on code. They're like one mind. Well, that should let you understand how one mind we are as well. What was the biggest problem they ever said black people had? They was never on code. They was always separate. They was always fighting. And the problem with the gods and the dragons at this time is many of them do not know they're on code. How do you get on code as a being who's awakening their Kundalini energy and is tapping into their ancient DNA. How do you get on code with your other beings of the collective if you're not close? Because the thing about us is we are all separated. Most of us are separated unless you've found your divine counterpart. Most of us are separated on different levels of this Kundalini energy. And all of you have different levels you're meant to express on this Kundalini energy so you can continuously evolve and you can express it outwardly and inwardly and continuously evolve other beings as well. Because soon many of us are going to begin to start meeting in person. I see that as well. Okay. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Yeshua, Horus, all these things. And I want you to understand something. Under the Christ energy, you all have different roles. And just because you're under the Christ energy does not mean you are these particular names of these beings. Because when you call this energy in, you have to actually do what this energy is doing and what this energy is equipped to do. You can't be out here saying, I'm Yeshua, I'm this, I'm that, but you're not moving as such, because you're going to get your ass whooped by that energy. You're going to get your ass whooped. Quickly. But I get it. Many of y'all didn't know that. Many of y'all didn't know that. I seen a brother on my chat the other day. I'm not mad at him. I just don't think he knows. He's talking about he's Horus, he's Yeshua. All right, well, show me some Horus thing. Show me some Yeshua abilities. Show me some of that. It's an energy thing. Okay? These are energy signatures that have particular characteristics and attributes. When you call these energies in, that means you have to do the work that this energy does under this Christ energy. Now, when you call these energies in, or when these energies come to you, which are pieces of you, your life is going to change dramatically. You're going to have to let those things go because that you're serving, that you're giving your time to, because these energies will not want to exist with this much density that you have around you. All I'm saying is that when you say you're these beings, make sure you're not discounting the being that you are under this energy, because we all have a different job to do as a collective. And if you're sitting here saying you're this because this looks attractive and you're discounting what you are, you'll never find out what your job is. And that energy is going to come and fuck with you because you're calling on an energy that you're not equipped for. Like, I want you to look at Christ like it's a banner. And all of us are under that banner. And many of us under that banner are equipped with particular information to be able to help the rest of the beings under that banner so they can evolve. Those are the beings that we call the ancients, the oldest ones, the elders. That's me. And that's many of you that are watching me. Many of the elders are not really online like that as well, like they're tapping in. And many of the young gods are not online. But if you are online, you're obviously here to get this information so you can know what you have to do in this mission. Because when you are saying you're these beings and you're not demonstrating abilities of these beings, because these beings express themselves, because the way they express themselves is natural abilities, natural knowledge. They are connected to nature. Nature speaks to them. And they come back with information and they do their job and they help the collective. If you're not doing that, you might want to figure out what it is you do. Because Yeshua helps the collective. Horus protects the collective. All these aspects that I've told you that I have lived, and all those aspects have shown you that I am these aspects. If you're not showing that, then you are not those aspects. It's not time to play. Like, I know the internet has been around for a little bit and people think they can just do anything and say anything online, but there's consequences to that. There's consequences to that type of stuff, y'all. If you saying you the Christ energy, you better be prepared for what comes to your way. You're going to have tremendous amounts of adversity. Because if you're Christ energy, that means you are opposite than what you're living under, which means you're a direct enemy to now what it is you are living under. And if you're not willing to accept the mission that you are embarking upon, you just got to chill and sit back a little bit. Now, I'm here to tell you that all the Christ energy beings, you don't got a lot of time left. I mean, your wake-up call was in 2020, y'all. If y'all haven't figured out a way to stop serving this system as much as humanly possible, I don't know what to tell you. Because you talk about you want your land back, but then you want somebody else to do it. And you want them to do it solely by themselves. Like, how does that work? How are they working on code out there against you in groups and droves, millions of them against you, me, and they're supposed to be there because they're opposition that was created in the game to be opposition. But if you don't understand how the opposition works, how are you going to combat them? Like, you have to really look at this as this is how I know I'm who I am, because I can see it as what I am, because what I am shows me everything about this game. And the more you become what you are and who you are, and you don't have to identify to any aspect. You are I am. We don't have to identify with any aspect. We are I am. But what is that I am doing? I am doing my job that I was meant and created to do. If you don't understand your I am, then you are not. Because you're not moving as such. Now, it's going to hit who it hit. And it's not going to hit who it's not going to hit. But like I keep on saying, y'all, we don't got much time left. And it's funny because when you are realizing what you are, you do not chase your abilities. When you find out what you are, you do not chase your abilities. That's one of the things I have in here. I have like many herbs in here. Blue Lotus is one of them. Let me get my thoughts back. Kind of threw me off a little bit. These abilities that you are showing when you call on this energy, that this energy shows you what it needs to do. It tells you what you have to do. And then when you do it, it rewards you with more of it, which is you. It is you. But you can't pretend at this particular point in time. Nobody can pretend. There are consequences to pretending, but you have to get on code to what it is you're supposed to do here. And whatever your rank is under Christ energy, stop trying to be a rank that you're not. It's okay. I don't look at you less than me. We are all family. We are all family. You understand that? All of us are family. Humans look at roles like chiefs and Indians and I am better than you because humans exploit. Humans distort. But the way Christ energy moves is I respect you where you are in your position as equally as you respect me in my position, because I couldn't do what I have to do without you doing what you have to do. And some of you are like, well, I don't feel called to leave the matrix. Many of you are supposed to be where you're at for a little while. As long as you continue to wake up and don't let it siphon you, wherever you are in that system, right? You haven't gotten the call yet. That's okay. You'll get the call soon. As long as you're continuously ascending with where you are at this particular time and learning about the game, the part of the game, which it is you're in. Many of you are here to watch at first. All of us watched at first before we begin to act. We're about to move into the action at a mass. But if you don't move at a mass, how can we ever be on code? See, their code is moving physically together. Ours is moving spiritually so it can translate into physical together. But you must first move mentally and spiritually before you can move physically in this game. Just by you moving spiritually and mentally, you affect the collective of the other Christ energies that's affected by you. We all affect each other. They try to infect us. We affect us. You hear me? We affect each other. If anybody has any questions, you can leave them in a question circle. That would keep me on track. Because if I go off track, I don't like doing that too much. So if you have any questions, please put them in the question circle. Please. I mean, when you call on certain energies under Christ's energy, are you willing to leave your families? That's what I had to do. Are you willing to leave your home? That's what I had to do. Right? Are you willing to leave your business? My business was successful and going up when I left. I'm like, dang, I gotta sell my business. I didn't even sell it. I just left it. I didn't even sell it. I just had to shut it down. I didn't have time to sell it. It was new because they stole my last business, right? Because I tapped into the energy of King Tut first. And with energy of King Tut, we ain't about doing certain things. We gotta move now. So then things in my life begin to fall apart because that reality that I used to be had to fall apart in order for me to become what I was. But I kept on trying to find out what I was. I kept on tapping into plant medicine. Because I really wanted to find out what was going on within. And when I found out what was going on within, I couldn't ignore it. See, some people, when they find out what they are, they can ignore it. But on the dosages that I did, when I tapped into psilocybin and bufo and cambo and iboga and all these other plant healing substances, it triggered the ancient aspects of me and I could not turn around. Now, when you call on these energies, family, and you don't do nothing after they reveal themselves to you, after you reveal yourself to you, your ass gonna get whooped through life. It's gonna get whooped through life. Huh? This keeps me calm. Because my energy is like, out here, it is surging like no other. I'm feeling like a straight warrior out here. Because I'm back home. Or one of my biggest homes on this planet. It's raining. It's very cold. I'm about to go hiking after this video. Y'all willing to do that type of stuff? They was like, my higher selves like, all right, it's time to go. And it's not like hearing it with noise, with language. It's like you feel it and you know what to do. Because our feelings are a natural state, right? They are a natural state. So when you feel, you just know. It's like it's like difficult to explain logically because it's not a logic thing. So when it was like, leave everything, you'll be taken care of, I was like, okay, since I woke up, I was taken care of. So I'm gonna just go and do it. And I've been out here on the road for 7 months, almost 7 months. Every day is different. Every day is action. Ops follow me everywhere. Cops follow me everywhere. Planes, jets follow me everywhere. But I don't give a fuck because my family follows me everywhere in them ships. So it is what it is. But when you call on that energy, are you willing to do those types of things? Because this, my family, is the real shit. It's the shit that niggas was talking about online for all them years, wordsmithing y'all. All that stuff they was getting you ready for, telling you about where you come from. Well, how you think you was going to get it? You thought you was going to get it by sitting down, waiting for somebody else to do the job? Yeah, I'm doing my job. But it don't mean shit unless you do your job. It's going to help people. But I mean, I would like us all to win because we all came here to do that. Welcome back, Yaya. Welcome back. I remember you were in Belize for a while. How's being back in the States? How'd that feel? Shoot. All right. Here's a question. Let's get into some questions because I want to answer some questions today, okay? If you don't have the money, if you didn't have the money, would you have done what you were called to do? I wasn't called to do it until I had the money. You see? The thing is this, y'all. You're not called to do the next task unless you do the previous task that you're supposed to do, because they get you ready for the bigger task. So many of y'all are like, well, I don't got the money. It's because whatever task that you're doing is not preparing you. You're doing a different type of mission, right? I would have never got called to leave unless I had the money to leave. But there was a bunch of things I had to do before I got the money. And y'all saw me doing them for the past 11 years I've been online. Straight. And I'm be honest with y'all. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of money. I trust that whatever I do, I'll be taken care of. But I can't go back to work. And I can't go back to business because my job is to get the information and share it with the collective and heal the land. It ain't just about y'all, it's about this land too. When we go to these places and we spend a great deal of time in these places, right? Thank you, Ryan. In these places, we heal it and ourselves. So to me, that's all that's important. Thank you, Ryan, for saying that. No, I will not run out. And thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It just annoys me a little bit about how we know who we are and we still got to use it at all. That's why I'm so focused on just working on this and doing this, because I'm focused on never needing that shit again. Whatever I got to do. Whatever I got to do. Mekleksumiyakik or Eclipsed. Bobby Morgan said, I cannot work unless I'm doing my art. Hey, look, Bobby, sometimes our art is also activating too. I want you to understand that, brother. If your job is working on your art, continue to do that and share it if it's activating. Like, each of your expressions activate another family in a collective. And you're not supposed to be keeping all this to yourself. Many of y'all do not get more information because you keep it all to yourself. Who are you helping? We on code, but you ain't helping nobody. But they on code, but they helping each other every second of the way. Look, they over there watching me. They on code. They on code. But y'all sitting here trying to hold abilities hostage so nobody else can see what it is you are doing, so they can't see your expression, which will activate them. I mean, if we got the internet around, we might as well use this motherfucker. If we got the internet around, we might as well use it. Transmute it. Everything else on it is fake. We might as well just go ahead and make it ours again, because we're the ones who created it. It was made from us, distorted by them, meant to be taken over again by us if need be, especially if we're not around each other. I mean, you don't see them stopping my post, so obviously it's ours. I mean, what? When you got protection, you got protection. Move as such. Kleksimier kick. Let's go ahead to the next question. Have you been using your mushrooms? I haven't done mushrooms since I've been in Blue Ridge. This is what I would do. I'm not going to suggest anybody do this. I have the DNA and the frequency in me to actually be able to do this and still be able to function and get this information. I do the Trinity when I do shrooms, right? And I have some very, very strong, hold on, oh, he came closer? Oh, the truck came closer to me now. Okay. Don't roll up on me, bruh. I'm gonna fuck you up. They ain't gonna roll up on me though. Let me get back to what I was doing. They're trying to throw me off. Show y'all real quick. I keep them on me because wherever I go, the grid powers them up as well. So I do the Trinity. I will do Iboga. I'll do this and I'll go to nature, right? I'll go to nature with this. So I'll do Iboga, I'll do shrooms, and I'll smoke weed at the same time. That's what gets me to the highest levels, because as ancient beings, this is what we did. Everybody cannot do this. Everybody's body cannot handle that. But that's what I do. If I really want to get out there and go deep in nature and just be in that shit all day. Sometimes I'll combine all three. Somebody said Tehran said a bogus ceremony coming in ATL. I can't do none of that. I can't do that shit around people. They get too scared. I'm a real dragon. Most of these mugs that be doing these ceremonies be young guys and humans. I'm a dragon. These motherfuckers they'll think I'm going to eat them when I start to transform. I cannot do any ceremony around any being that's not a full-fledged dragon. You can't do that shit around me. I'm too fucking powerful. Too many people, they be hearing about our experiences and they be wanting to be in these ceremonies, and they don't be getting the same abilities as us, wondering what's the difference. It's because I'm me and you're you, and you need to be and love you and stop trying to be me, so we can be great out here. McClegg Sumia kick. I know you can handle it, but you ain't like everybody. I didn't see you do Cambo and walk around like it was nothing. So I didn't see you fall asleep on Iboga, bruh. So you ain't like everybody else. And you know that, bruh. So stop playing with me. Mr. 44 grams of mushrooms over there. All right? Somebody said, oh my gosh. Oh, this is a great question. This is a great question here, yo. What do I think about the Texas grids? Oh my gosh. It was not easy over there, man. Like, listen, they got some shit over there in Texas. They got a lot of underground stuff going on in Oklahoma and Texas too. Oh my goodness. The amount of windmills that are in Texas are ridiculous. Like, what are you powering? What are you powering right now? So what I was able to scan is there's a lot of underground facilities in Texas, like a lot of Area 51 type of buildings up under there, underground. And there's a lot of underground facilities in Oklahoma. I had to get the hell up out of there. I didn't like Oklahoma at all, right? But I went through more of like the desert part. I didn't go through Houston or Dallas. I went right through Amarillo. To get here. And Amarillo is nothing but open fields, ancient land, dried up oceans. Amarillo is a dried up, it's an ocean or a lake. Okay? So it's a lot of dried up desert over there, and they can't really get nothing popping above ground, so they try to get it popping below ground. Because there's nothing, like, you can't really get it going. They was doing the most to get me out of Amarillo, though. They was following me. They was doing the most. I'm like, yo, y'all. That was the video where I showed y'all that canyon. That canyon that I showed y'all was in Amarillo. So, Texas was cool, but I couldn't really stay there for too long because I was called to Sedona. I had to just go through Texas. But I was there for 2 days. I was there for a day or two. But they wanted me to come to Sedona because the unnatural beings also work for me as well. They work for you too. You gotta take your power back. Everything they do is for you. If you look at them doing something to you, it's for you. It's for you. Everything's a test. I'm just playing the game to the fullest. I know the whole cosmos is watching me, so I'm acting like it. I'm acting as such. But I don't even want you to look at these places as states anymore because they're not. It's all one connected landmass, to be honest with you. Broken down into states. It's just that we know the particular landmass as a state, but it's really not even a state. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. It's all one connected grid, y'all. Let me see. Somebody said, I have been moving with 4 different family members and they all try to take my energy. Should I just sleep outside without a tent because I don't have any control? I don't have control of my dreams. What should I do? All right. You're around people who take your energy. Now, I understand you may not feel like I'm reading it. You may not feel like you have any options right now because it's taking your energy. But you just gave me a solution that you haven't tried yet. Because like I said, y'all be knowing all the answers anyway. I just help you get there. Help you realize you already know the answers by my answer. And you just sat here in this post and gave me the answer. Gave you the answer to what it is you are dealing with right now. You should definitely sleep outside if you feel like you gotta sleep outside, because when you're sleeping around another being's auric field and you're dealing with a vampire, you really can't sleep much because that they're still siphoning you even while they're sleeping. So you might want to get away from them, especially while you recover at sleep. Now, if that many beings is still in your energy, you have to reassess what it is and who it is you're around. I don't know your situation. Everybody put themselves at a different level of this game. I can only help you get to your own answers. But if you feel like a solution, because the thing is, y'all, is that because of these noises and these distractions that many of you go through, if you don't sleep properly throughout the night, it messes with the amount of information and the kind of information and the potency of the information that you get, right? Because they're constantly siphoning you, and you need to be a clear conduit to be able to receive the next download of information about yourself or about what you'll be doing next, because you already have the answers. But if you're only worrying about other people all the time, how do you do what it is you're supposed to do? Because there are many problems in this land, on this planet, that we came here to fix. And they won't be fixed if you're constantly giving your energy away, if you're one of the ones that are meant to fix them. Everybody's not meant to do this job, okay? Everybody has a different job in this, what we do. But you're not even going to get there if they're just taking from you all the time. It messes up the potency of your downloads. That's why they always try to distract you and throw you off and throw noises your way. Because they realize once you awaken, they can't touch you physically, so they touch you through annoyances and disturbances. Do you see? And it'd be the people that you love the most, because those are the ones that are most difficult to let go. This system doesn't care about your family. You hear me? This system doesn't care about your family, your friends, your spouse. If these beings have the matrix programming inside of them, they will be used. Oh, guaranteed for that. Oh, they will be used. The glove's been off. These beings that were created, they don't want to leave. And they should fight, because we're studying how they fight at the higher levels. I'm one of the ones that study them. You see? And I realize that these beings will do anything that they can do to stop you. It doesn't matter. Many of you are protected. Many of your family is not. Are not. English language. Klart om historically. Daar zie me around. And you're not going to get away or out unless you make those difficult decisions, especially if you're calling on, if you're saying you're Christ energy and you're around a bunch of beings all day long that are not of that energy, you deserve the ass kicking that you getting. If you on the Christ energy around everybody that's not that at all times. That's what's supposed to happen to you. You just turn your light on around a bunch of demons. What did you think they were going to do? And then be acting surprised. You are a light, a beacon in a place where there shouldn't be a beacon. It shouldn't be a beacon. They created that place for a beacon not to shine. And you sitting up in here shining. I'm Christ. I'm Christ. Woo! All right. All right. You must be a glutton for pain. And guess what, y'all? Anywhere you go, it's going to be painful. Whether you go up, it's going to be painful. If you stay stagnant, it's going to be painful. If you go down, it's definitely going to be painful. Right? If you got to deal with pain, you might as well deal with the pain that is going up. If you got to deal with pain, because you're going to deal with it at all levels at this time right now of this great shift, you might as well deal with it ascending. Simple as that. Let's go to the next question. Okay. Great question. I like these questions, y'all, because I feel like a lot of you who are asking these questions genuinely want to know. And you're asking good questions because I feel like the collective wants to know as well. So some of y'all are also channeling for the collective too. I'm getting that. Now, do we meditate to figure out our mission, or meditation is not the end all be all? If you do not meditate, it doesn't mean you're not going to get the downloads. You have to do whatever it is on your mission. Now, meditation is great, but there are many different types of meditation that you can do. They teach you that you sit in the lotus and you're sitting there in quiet, and that's the only way you get downloads. And for many years, I would think something's wrong with me because I wouldn't like to sit there and meditate. So I later found out that meditation is many things. It's not just being still, it's also movement as well. Sometimes when you're driving in the car, you can do this thing called mindful meditation. You can just zone out and just be getting downloads and you don't even realize it until later. Yaya said walking meditations, training meditations, yoga meditations. I do my mudra meditations. Hiking meditations. So I want you to look at meditation from now on under a banner. Not just one thing, it's under a banner. And there are many lines that connect to meditation under this banner, right? Because many things were given to you, so you can only want to identify to one thing under this particular word and name. Now we're going to re-identify this as many things, because I don't meditate consistently. I don't need to. It doesn't always work for me. I need to move sometimes, and then I gotta be still. Sometimes I gotta drive. Sometimes I gotta hike. Sometimes I gotta I gotta train. Sometimes I gotta do videos. By doing videos, I'm meditating too. That's what I be doing. When I'm on, I'm on. When I'm off, I'm off. I'm all in or nothing at all. When I'm online, y'all gonna see me, because I'm really doing this mission. And when I'm offline, you're not going to see me because I'm really doing this mission. Klexumiakum. But meditation is a lot of things. Figure out what works for you, allows you to get downloads, information about yourself, and put it under the banner of meditation and do it. And then learn the other things. Because once you start doing these things, you get information about yourself and you start to move. Movement is meditation, yo. Come on now. Okay, so somebody said they get downloads after they work out. Think about that, right? So if your body's an entire machine, it's a biological machine, and you get information when you get still, think about how much information you get when you move, because you increase the conductivity of energy which is flowing through your body, right? You're moving. That means you're pumping your heart. Your heart is also a brain that feeds you data. So that means you're pumping, your DNA is awakening, so you're moving it. It's called the vitality of your blood, the movement of your bloodstream is more active, right? You're consuming more water if you're moving. So that means you have more electric light flowing through your body. Of course, it's going to increase the amount of downloads that you're getting, because you just became a whole, well, I'm gonna just say a whole wire. You became electrical wire. These words be fucking me up sometimes. Imagine yourself as a beacon of light, and it's moving up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And the more you move, the more that moves up and down. What do they say about your Kundalini? It moves up and down your spine. That's movement. Thank you, Ryan Conductor. Appreciate you. These English words. Klesimiakik. Ost. Kormist. Hefli morekling morengla oskiamo ozidare moskiext ole erem okorem busit klexichan. Evli zita koreng lek obes omita korem mostiche su kama somitore klex ushin. Blio zutorome orek jidas omikang lo oskiext. Evli de somita kori clan chomist omita samist. Evli ayek tu amist omikarek kominkist pesum farek. Next question. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to wave at you, but hi. Anyway, okay, let's see. Good question. How does your breath work, I guess, because I notice I am able to hold the exhale extra long, but the inhale not as long. How does it affect your aura? Listen, your breath is by far probably the most important. I don't even like put them over pat because the elements be having feelings. I'm going to just say your breath is very important at this time. It's one of the greatest things to increase the electricity flowing through your body, because your breath also speeds up blood flow, right? And heats the body up. You ever notice that when you do your breath holds, you feel that heat in your stomach, and then you can break down your food faster because you're turning on Tartarus down there. That's Tartarus. You know how they always said with the Zeus Hades thing, meaning while all aspects are you, Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, they're all aspects of you, and they would call the lower realm of where Hades ruled Tartarus. Tartarus is your fire going, it's your lava, it's your volcano inside of your belly. And when you begin to breathe, you increase that soul energy going on inside of that belly in Tartarus down there. Kloximiekik. Somebody said breath is life in Spanish. It's respirar, which means spirit. See? That's that prana, that's that spirit. Everybody should be doing breath work right now. I would start with the 4-4-4 method, right? I would do breath holds as long as I can. You will begin to feel your solar plexus begin to beat like a heart. You'll be like, what's going on in my stomach? What's beating? You'll begin to feel the heat going up your spine and massive waves of energy and information. Now, when I do the exhales, what I will do is I will exhale until there is no air left, and I will basically squeeze my stomach all the way to the back I'm trying to put my stomach to my spine. Because that will work something called your your TVA muscle. Look up your TVA muscle. It's a muscle in your stomach around your spine that you never even felt before. When you do those breath holds and you do those exhales and you exhale all the way out and you squeeze your stomach as long as possible, you'll feel a different muscle that you've never worked on. That's going to help that core energy. You gotta get that middle of the body strong. You gotta get that body strong. It's not always about working out. Breathing is working out. Remembering to breathe is an exercise alone. Let's believe that. Correct. Next question. Can you please provide advice for sexual transmutating energy? Please. As I always do, I'm going to provide this to you. And it's going to be real quick because it's really easy. 1. If you want to retain your seed, you can still have sacred energy exchange, but you must perform a method called holdbacks or ejaculations. I'm not going to repeat myself, so I want you to look it up after I say it. Okay? When you do these methods of holdbacks and ejaculations, holdbacks will keep the semen in your body and will help the sexual energy it'll basically be radiating in your root. When it radiates in your root chakra, you must move that energy up what they call your microcosmic orbit. That is up your spine. By pumping, thank you, Ryan, for providing that resource. By pumping your pubococcygeus muscle, that's called your PC muscle. The muscle that is your sphincter muscle, the muscle that makes the penis jump. That muscle right there, that is what they call the pubococcygeus muscle. And that muscle is really a pump that pumps that sexual energy upwards into the pineal gland, also healing the body, and it's meant to be redirected down the front of your body like an orbit. Imagine me sitting sideways up like an orbit, up and down your spine. Now you will get to a level where ejaculation does not affect your sexual energy because you have so much energy pumping through you, you can pull your energy back by the breath work. Because sperm is physical. But if you understand that we are light then physical, you will control the light which creates the physical through breath work, and ejaculation will also not affect you as well. But I do not suggest, if you are a beginner, you try that out, because if some of you who are retaining your seed ejaculate, that could fuck you all up. I'm telling you all these methods because I've tried them. I'm not speaking nothing that I haven't done. You understand that? So I would look up those methods, learn about them, and you'll be transmuting all freaking day, fella. Next question. Good question. Is it possible to have missed the call? Well, shit. No, not right now. Now, we get many calls that we don't pick up. But the thing is, if it's still calling, that means there's time to pick up. Right? You still see me on this camera, right? All right. This is like the last call. Like, I'm here because I'm the guy that tells you, yo, I'm going to tell you something that's going to make you realize, oh shit, I do got to do that. Let me go ahead and do that. Right? Because all them other ones that y'all been watching all them years, they ain't really teaching y'all nothing no more. You're finally in a dimension where you can see it. You're like, damn, they was just talking information. That don't really do nothing for me though. I don't feel it in my spirit at all. Like, and these people, they still in the house. They're not even out here. They just reading the books, and yeah, it was a money grab for them for their business, but they're not really about that life, about getting this land back. So now you know, like my person said right there, you will feel it. You will know. Do not ignore it. Many beings are going to ignore it. And I can't really worry about them. But if you feel like you're not going to ignore it, don't ignore it. Because I'm telling you, You think you're going to lose this big stuff here, right? You think you're going to lose all this stuff that you think that is valuable for you. Meanwhile, when you find out what's going to come to us, you're going to realize, like, damn, I really should let that dumb shit go. That wasn't even that serious. That wasn't even, oh my gosh. You know, but it's going to be too late at that point. And because I read the collective and I can see them, like, yeah, a lot of these Negroes might be getting left and stuck because they're not acting. It's like after all these years, you've had all these leaders that came forward and they got touched. But the problem is you're looking at one leader and not the leader inside of you. That was the problem with the communities, with these leaders. You're looking at one leader, but not yourself as a leader. And you are too. You lead where you are. Simple as that. And when you lead where you are, other people are going to see that because you're not going to be the same person you used to be. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Wow, these who's IT Beck? Some good ass questions. Because people really don't know how to do this stuff. Because nobody gave you a blueprint to tap into your cosmic blueprint. I get it. They wordsmith you to death. And now you're like, damn, the world is changing. And I feel like I'm left out. Because you was listening to them wordsmiths. Fearmongers. And they all getting their asses whooped. Dimensional gatekeepers. They all are already, they've lost their powers already. Those gods. Those gods have already lost their powers. They're just using the same powers that they have, like the same knowledge they have, and using it in different ways. They've already lost their powers. It's a wrap for them. Somebody said, when you say, go find your answers, but going within to find who, let me see, I'm going to read this fully. When you say to go find your answers, but when going within to find who you were or tap into that energy, how do you do it? Tell me yourself. Show me who I was, who I am. Okay. For me, the way that I did it, I went on a journey to Peru. Now, I was already online teaching about health and learning information that would get me in trouble. Like, I would lose money for my business. I was already on the mission. I just was moving intuitively, knowing that I just wanted to help people. I was moving just trying to help people. I was trying to help people. If I was going to make money, I was going to make money doing health. So I had already done things in my life. I had left my business. I had ran a business before I started doing health. And I left that business to raise my kids. And I wound up going on welfare to do that. You know, I didn't know what was coming to me at that point. But I didn't know who I truly was yet, but I just knew that I wasn't going to be this. See, you have to be at a stage of your life where you know you're not going to be that version of yourself anymore. And then after the layers and layers are revealed, you'll find out, wait a second, I'm an ancient deity this whole time? For real? But I wasn't looking for it. I was just trying to find some answers. And I was moving with that particular energy. I'm like, I'm going to help people with health. I'm going to get them right. After that, I'm like, okay. The food is bad. I'm going to wake them up to the food. Then after that, I was like, wait a second, religion is some other shit? Well, what is out there? Then I learned about manifestation. Then upon that, with manifestation, I learned that I can create my reality. Then upon that, I began to create my reality and prove to myself that I had power. Then upon that, I had a spiritual awakening and then found out that I was more than just a human. Then upon that, I went to Peru and tapped into plant medicine and found out that I used to have powers. Then upon that, I tapped into Iboga, and then I found out that we are extraterrestrials that have made this planet extraterrestrial to the beings who run this planet. We are natural to this planet. Just so you know, this is our planet. Okay? But we are of other planets as well, all over the cosmos. Then after that, I began to tap into shrooms. And then I found out I lived a life as King Tut, Koren Gleeks, Ormist, right? Then after that, I got instructions on what to do and how to move. I followed those instructions. I kept on tapping in, kept on facing death, right? Or the perceived threat of death. Then after that, I did Iboga. Did a lot of Iboga that night and went right to Egypt, standing in front of golden pyramids and traveled through all space and time, where I was watching myself dribble a basketball at age 11 like it was a movie, but I'm watching myself at 11 right in front of me. And then I was told it was a simulation and got all this information, and I kept going. I kept going. I kept going. So it's layers to this. It's many, many, many layers. Are you willing to peel the layers back? That's the question I have for you. Because then after that, I had a very successful business that got stolen at its peak. Then after that, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to do another business. And then that business starts to do really, really well after me losing intensity. I didn't quit ever. And I'm still giving you content the whole time. Meanwhile, my marriage is falling apart. My children are attacking me because they got demons all up in them. My wife is attacking me. I tear 2 Achilles tendons while I'm doing the videos for y'all, teaching you about yourself. Leaving the hospital after I got attacked, doing a video right after that, because I'm never stopping. I start speaking a language. My wife and my kids think I'm crazy. I never stop. COVID happens. I have 3 retreats. I get attacked on 2 of them. Keep going. Nobody fucks with me. Nobody supports me. Niggas online talking shit about me. Some of your spiritual influence online talking about me, telling me I'm evil, I'm dark. I'm just trying to give y'all love and teach y'all about yourself, but I'm fucking up their money. And many of y'all believe them. But I kept going. Do you see? Are you able to get through the real test of your life? That's why I'm saying, don't be calling on the energy of me, of Horus, if you ain't willing to be like that in this reality. You ain't like that. Then I finally rebuilt my business. It's doing good, right? I'm finally out there doing events for that business. That's doing good. And I get the call to shut it down and go in nature. Oh my gosh. And then at the same time, I never see my daughters again on the same day. Last time I saw my daughters was last year in October. I have not seen my daughters since then. Or my youngest son. Since August of 2024. And I was their dad. They live with me. My son, I have full custody of my sons. I had to kick my oldest son out at 17 because his demons were attacking me. Because he didn't listen to me. Then after that, my mother, father, and all of my family betrayed me. After that. And banded together to support my sons to go against me. But I'm still giving y'all videos. The whole time. So I'm told to shut my business down that's winning to do this mission. For many people that attack me online. That didn't support what I was doing online. Just sit here and listen, take the information, walk away. Now, I sold my house. And then it says, after that point, after you tap into nature and walk away from your business, that's winning, right? Everybody loves, that works, right? Now you gotta sell your house. Because they was like, stop paying bills. Stop paying that shit. Because when you know you own your land, you can't give money for your land. It's like, it hurts physically. It's like, yo, it hurts. So I stopped paying bills. It's like, all right, now sell your house. And when I sold my house, they robbed the shit out of me. They took like almost all of it when I sold my house. I ain't telling nobody that. Right? Since then, I've been living in nature. I've been getting places if I need to from time to time to reset sometimes, right? And that was needed because I needed to go away because I've never really actually taken a break from social media before. in all 11 years. My 2 months that I took away was the first break I ever took in 11 years. Just so you understand, our journeys may be similar or may not be. What it takes to actually, like people are like, how come he got the codes? How come he could speak the language? How come he could do all these things? Do you see what I just explained I went through and I overcame? Not to mention, when I graduated, I went to college. I left college after the first year, and within a year and a half after leaving college, I went to jail for 8 years. And I did 2 of them. From 2004 to 2006. Didn't even tell y'all that. I did a bid too when I was younger. Yup. Did a bid. Overcame that. So I was already attacking life a long time ago. That even makes it attractive for this energy to get this energy's attention. You see? Now, I said, because the thing, here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about our missions, gods and goddesses and dragons and deities and sages and everything that you are. There are many things that you said you would never do. And the only reason why you said you would never do it is because one day you would have to do it. There are many things I said I would never do. And then I had to be humbled to go to another dimension by doing it. Y'all, are you hearing me? Because in a dimension that you're existing in right now, you put a set of rules on yourself to abide by, to exist in that dimension. And the next dimension that you jump to comes with a different set of rules. And in order to exist in this dimension means you have to throw away some rules and put yourself through tests that you said you wasn't going to do in this dimension. So my latest test that I overcame in this dimension that I'm in a new dimension than it was in Blue Ridge. I went through a lot of portals coming here, but in Blue Ridge, I was renting cabins in the middle of nature, right? And I got the call. It was like, yo, you be in nature more than you be at the cabin. So I think it's time for you to live in nature, because I would be in nature for the entire day, right? From like early morning to late night, I would just be out there on the paddleboard, on the water, tapping in. Because I'm a water dragon as well as a fire dragon too. And there's a kingdom over there in Blue Ridge, Georgia. So I get the call to go live in nature. I'm like, damn, I guess it's time to go in nature. And sometimes when you don't listen to a call that you have to do, your dimension will kick you out of it. It will do things to make you move. That's how many of us got it set up too. You just aren't reading your dimension, how it's talking to you. See, everything around you works for you. So if things begin to happen to you, that means your dimension is trying to push you to the next dimension. So at the time, I was talking to a brother about a couple months before that, and I was like, shit, we royal beings, we ain't meant to live in tents. And you're right, we're not meant to live in tents. But right now, we are in human bodies, realizing we're royal beings, having to do some things that we might find unattractive in order to become the God being again. So we can reconnect exclusively to nature. Because when you connect exclusively to nature, it's a whole different vibe. Every time you walk in a house, you gotta combat Wi-Fi. Imagine being in something where your actual frequency is not combated, it's supported. So I lived in nature for 2 months in a tent, and it was absolutely amazing. I honestly did not want to leave Blue Ridge at all. I wanted to stay there until activation. Full activation, at least, because we are already activated. Every AM, I rose up to the crows waking me up. It was either the crows or the sparrows. Mostly the crows. They will always be around me, waking me up, talking about it's time to feed us, because I will always feed them. They love they love black sunflower seeds. All right. They don't love that bird. They like sunflower seeds. They fuck with that. All right. And so do the other birds as well. Blue jays love sunflower seeds. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I got to understand how the units move through nature. As I was sleeping, the bears were around me, right around my tent. I was seeing them. I got a video of them. You know, they're protectors. They're family. When you are the primordial energy, original being in nature, they do not attack you like they attack them. They attack them because they don't recognize their energy. Like, who the fuck are you? You're dangerous. I'm gonna bite you. But for us, they rock with us. Wolves next to my tent, howling. All kinds of things making wild noises I have never heard before. It sounded like Jurassic Park in Blue Ridge at night. Jurassic Park, and it sounded amazing. Family. Amazing. Everything was protected. I left my stuff at that same spot for 2 months. I would go in nature all day and nobody would touch it. Nobody would touch it. They left me alone. Basically, sometimes they would run up in a boat, you know, and they would try to watch me train or chop wood or cover myself in all the red dirt and be out there on the rafts. It felt like home. They were accepting of me out there. Honestly, everybody knew it was my kingdom. They didn't bother me out there. Sometimes the cops would try to bother me, but really it's really just to get an autograph sometimes, just to get some energy. Because after they would pull me over, they'd be like, yeah, you should go here, go there. Some would just try to get my autograph. So one tried to get me for that trespassing. He just wanted my autograph. They just don't know other way that they can't give it up to you that they know who you are. And one way to know, for them to tell if they know who you are, just say you famous. And if they don't ask you why you're famous, because you know how these NPCs work, they already know who you are. That's how you catch them in they shit. So when you are in this, family, right, you are going to pull back so many layers of things that you never thought you were going to do. And then after you do them, you're going to become an entirely better God, which is the whole reason why you're here in the first place at all. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. McClark Sue mixed. Mostes. Whew. The energy, man. The energy. Okay. I guess I'll talk about this briefly. At what age did I speak the ancient language? I'm not an age. How about we stop calling ourselves ages? Because we make ourselves old and we're immortal. Right? So, I'm going to give a year. 2020. And it's not about the age. It's about at what experience did you start speaking the language? Because there are beings that are 70 or 80 with no experience, with no knowledge. So really, your age is your experience, family. Your age is your experience. Kleksumiakik oremlix umdarek zutari mostish. And here's the thing, y'all. When the language began to come through me, I spoke it every day since then. That's why my shit is so good. Because I speak it every single day since it came through me. When abilities come through you, you don't like put them aside. You don't play with them. And I see many beings putting them aside, playing with them, like you're not taking them seriously. Like, all right, well, shit. Next time it leave, it ain't coming as easy. Now you got to work twice as hard to get your ability back. Bullshit the key, right? Because most test. Hey, and somebody said the flesh ages, but the soul is eternal. The soul can stop the flesh from aging. I'm going to say it again. The soul can stop the flesh from aging. How do you think we live so long in the same avatar? Come on now. Come on now. That's human talk. See, humans have spirits. They have energy. that ages. A soul is a cheat code for an avatar. It imbues the avatar with different types of power. Do you see? Power to speak a different type of language. Power to activate through mudras. Just by your eyes seeing it, it causes a different type of activation because you're seeing something of a higher level that invokes your soul in order to understand what it is I just did. So I pull more of you in as well. Avatars can affect and activate other avatars by the high level things in soul they do. The soul's expression seen by another being who is starting to come online will bring more of that soul's expression out, because the dimension that being exists in cannot understand what it is I said and what it is I'm doing. So it's like, hey, yo, soul, can you tell me what it is he just said and what he just did? And then the soul comes in, right? And now you're a part, and that soul is now a part of you, which is you. Activation. Meklex umest umekaglax umejes ukoin clicks umishan. Mestek. So see, when y'all ask questions, it'd be a whole nother answer because I don't never know where I'm going. I move by feeling alone, intuition alone. So when I speak to y'all, I'm just speaking straight from the heart. And that's how we were and are as a family. We just came here for a little while to play around a little bit. God game. Deity game. High stakes. High rewards. Great rewards coming for these high stakes. This is a great question. I love these questions, y'all. These questions are great. They're great. What does your diet consist of daily? Do you go days without eating sometimes? I eat what I want, when I want. Now, I can't eat and go on a walk, but I will eat what I want. I ate a bag of barbecue chips the other day. It gave me energy. Now, I'm going to get into this, y'all, because I transmute all shit, all things. And it does not affect my frequency at all. It affects my frequency in a positive manner because the God body is not like the human body. And once the human body that we're existing in has enough God frequency inside of it, that God body can rearrange the molecular structure of the food that you eat, no matter what you eat. Now, some food, right, will be a little bit difficult to digest, like meat, but you can still utilize that for energy if you need density. Because when you're pulling in a ton of downloads and you got sun all day, you need to be able to bring yourself down in order to calibrate to what it is you just got. And sometimes it requires a little bit more density. Also, some of you need to eat what it is you want to eat because your inner child is not happy. And if your inner child is not happy, you cannot create. Right? So I eat whatever I want. Yeah, I ate some blueberries and blackberries this AM. Right? Like I rose up at like 3 a.m. So I get thirsty. I get very thirsty these days because of all the information that's pouring in. I get very thirsty. So water always doesn't do the job. So I'll eat a lot of blackberries and blueberries because they're full of water. So I'll eat that a lot as well. Like I said, I eat what I want. I don't eat crazy bad, but I mean, I eat when I want. And normally it's once a day. Normally it's one big meal at the end of the day. When I rose up at 3 a.m., it was blackberries and blueberries because I was severely dehydrated and I need some H3O2 for that, right? Somebody said thoughts on the alkaline diet. I think that's good for a particular dimension. But at a higher dimension, that shit is just energy, yo. It's all energy. Think about this, right? Life and death. People say you kill animals, right? But they're energy. Well, the same thing happens with fruit and vegetables too. It's the same thing. It's all energy. If you look at all energy as such, you don't even see it as the substance is showing itself up to you at. So let's say if you see like Like, I'm not gonna say a hot dog because I will never eat a fucking hot dog or pork ever or beef. It's just some things I won't do. I won't do that. Maybe you will. I won't. But if you eat like a cookie, right? And you take this cookie and you give it intention. Sometimes I would even tune it up with a tuning fork, right? So I eat that cookie. I was testing it out on myself. I eat that cookie. I'm like, oh shit, I feel good. I'm getting some more downloads. I just made that cookie my bitch. Because we got them kind of powers. Don't try it if you don't have them kind of powers. But I'm just telling you where you are higher levels. Because look at me. I don't look like I'm eating bad. Like my skin is good. My hair is growing. I look very healthy. I'm not, what would they say chronologically in this realm? I'm about to be in this realm. They would say the human body is about to be 43 years old, as there's 43 people in this chat. 43 is what I'm supposed to be in January. That age they gave me, right? But I don't feel like it. I don't look like it, and I don't move like it. I don't do anything like I'm that age in this. I'm moving like a god here because we transmute that age stuff. So my diet is really not important. I'm telling you about all the food, and you take it and you apply it to your journey. Because what I'm doing is really not important because I get results from what I do, whatever I do, because I'm truly on this mission. I have left everything. So I can do anything that I want on this mission because I'm doing it for the collective so I can give you the information because somebody got to do it first. Somebody got to go to these places first. Somebody got to try these methods out first because you've been indoctrinated with so much bullshit. So these people can get a bag. You thought that was you. And even me, when I was Mr. Intensity, lived by many of these things. Live by the fasting. Live by the alkaline diet. Live by the health stuff. And I still do to a degree. There's some things that I won't do, right? But still, if I want to do it, I can. If I want to eat a hot dog and transmute it, I can do it. I just won't. You see what I'm saying? You are an alchemist. You can turn nothing into gold. You're an alchemist. I'm a scientist. Many of y'all you don't even realize you scientists. I'm a scientist up in this mug. So I'm doing my experiments. I'm the experiencer, which is basically being studied by our higher aspects. You are the experiencer, which is being studied by our collective higher aspects. So it's your responsibility to truly experience all things and break the fucking rules that are meant to be broken, that you thought you was never going to break. A lot of y'all move in spirituality as you did in religion, which is why you're not going anywhere, because you're religious about spirituality, but spirituality is about throwing all the rules out. Come sex to it, Chloe. Too many rules. Next question. Can I meet you for spiritual guidance? Can we talk about meeting me? All right. If anybody wants to come to Sedona and meet me, look at where I'm at. Oh, you are beautiful. Look at this bird. It is beautiful. Come and say hi to everybody. Come say hi. Beautiful. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. It's like a blue jay mixed with, oh, she wanted to show you her back. Thank you. Classic. Comments. She wanted to show you how she looked. Like, I'm not a blue jay. Let me see here's my back. Here's my back. Here's my back. All right, so check this, right? If any of y'all thinking about coming down Sedona and meeting me, look at me. Look at how serious I am about this journey. I'm not about to meet you and you're going to siphon me for information. I give you a lot of information online. So you got to be meeting me for a purpose. What you meeting me for? What's your purpose behind meeting me? You see me here. You see what I'm doing. So just because I told you my location don't mean I want to meet with everybody, because if I gave you information right here, right? What questions you got to ask me that you can't ask me in this chat? Right? Now, I would love to do coaching for people right now, but I can't have any obligations because I move it's like they call it chaos, right? I can't have any obligations. I can't have a calendar. I can't have, coaching people under me right now because I'm moving as my intuition tells me, right? So I can't really make money right now because this is the most important thing. I have to tap into this money so we don't need that money anymore. If one day I need your support, hey, don't you look at me crazy. You see what I'm doing, right? But I'm all over the fucking place, y'all. I'm all over the place. So I'm giving you spiritual guidance right now. Why are you not listening to that? I'm giving you a lot. Right? I sacrifice, because I could charge you for that, for a call. I'd rather not. Because I can't. If I got a call at 11, and then I got a call I got to be in nature, and I don't got no service there, I got to leave nature to go back to my car and make the call with you. And that throws me off my mission. Do y'all realize how important this is right now? Mostly everybody you seen was inside when they was doing this. Right? The only one you saw outside was that Nature Boy dude. And that shit went dark quick with all that distortion over there. He the only one. And they made sure that got dark. Them demons got to that brother and it got dark. So you ain't really seen nobody out in nature like this yet. The rest of them niggas was in their kitchens, in their dens, in their offices, in their cars all the time. So I understand how this may be a little bit of an adjustment to what you're used to interacting with online. But this is the real actual energy. Not some horse shit. Not some entertainment. This is not for entertainment, my family. Oh, my back is jumping right now. Plexi Miaku, Ossi Tormos Dish. McClickst. Okay, next question. So, with all due respect, you already getting it, brother. Next question. Let's see. All right, this is a funny one. I gotta ask, what's up with the moon on your world? This was my old monthly question. Listen, I ain't seen the moon since I left Blue Ridge, y'all. I really haven't seen the sky since I got to Sedona. I saw the sky one time at night about 3 nights ago since I got here, but ever since then, it's been cloud cover. It's cleansing right now, so I know the sun's gonna boom sooner or later, but right now it's in the middle of a cleanse. So I can't tell you what's going on with the moon because I haven't seen it since Blue Ridge. But the moon is ours too. Because I know when I was in Mars Hill, North Carolina, that moon was looking like a rainbow color. And it was doing something to me. And then when I was in LEJ, Georgia, that moon was really hitting my crown. I was like, yo, I gotta go in. This moon is really hitting me. It was putting me down. Right? Now the moon does affect your emotions, but it's just another way it affects your energy. If you have control of your energy, you can adjust what the moon is doing to you. You just got to have control of your energy, polarities inside of your body. So I haven't seen the moon since I got here, so I don't know what the moon looks like here. I know in Sedona, there are really no people who are spiritual like this, like who are in this energy out here. Everybody here is they're capitalists. They're capitalists out here. Like they were in Blue Ridge, the capitalists came from Florida. In Sedona, they come from California. Because Florida and California, they can't deal with them energies there no more. So they try to come to the other ancient spots that they build houses in. And go to their little Whole Foods or their little fake Indian stores and pretend to be, or their crystal stores and pretend to be in the energy, because obviously they're still enamored with the energy because it created them, but they really can't connect to it. And still, that study was a study of what happens when we create a being that's not connected to nature. That's a study. What will they do? How will they act? How will they rule? So it's a study. You see? The clock's mix. Next question. This is an excellent question because I need to ask myself this right here. Do you ever feel like you're running out of time with getting in the right location, or does that mean you need to breathe and meditate? I feel like something is coming and I feel uneasy. It's hard to explain. You feeling like you're running out of time is because you're running out of time. I don't feel like I'm running out of time because I do what I'm told when I do it, when I'm supposed to do it. So that uneasiness that you may be feeling is your soul, like kind of like, so sometimes when your soul starts to tell you something, you gotta do something important, it just taps on your shoulder a little bit before it slaps you in the back of the head. Your soul's trying to be easy with you. It understands that you're stubborn God. Most of us are stubborn gods. So we need to be kind of punched in the mouth a little bit to move. And at first you'll feel those feelings of uneasiness because where are feelings coming from when they are your natural communication? They're coming from your soul. So when you say, I feel a certain way, that may be coming from your soul. Assess where it's coming from. Me, I don't feel like I'm running out of time. I mean, I can't lie. Sometimes the human self may creep in and be like, yo, am I doing the right thing? Because there's no book, there's no blueprint. And I'm also the one who's teaching people how to do it too. So, but for me, nobody's done this before. So sometimes it may creep in, but when that happens, I bring it back. Sometimes I may do a little plant medicine to bring my higher self out, right? I'll smoke a little bit. Like whenever I feel like my lower self is trying to take over and resist from the movement of the next level, I'll take one pull, right? And I'll be back with all the information like I never left. That's what I do. As I'm about to do it now. Clicks. As I've always been with y'all, I'm very transparent because I'm the one that has to be about this mission, this journey. All right. You need to see some transparency somewhere so you can relate. Too many actors on these platforms, no transparency. Because everybody's afraid to be judged if you see their real self because they're not really who they are in front of you. I'm like this in person. I'm like this online. It takes too much energy to be anybody else, to be honest. And I know it's like that with you. And the great thing about this is, y'all, is authenticity is also your currency on how you tap into your dormant abilities. The more realer you are about yourself, where you are, and be you at all times, then your real self comes through as well. That's how you will your spirit in too. You just got to be yourself. Simple as that. The clock missed. All right. Hope I answered your question. All right. I'm an electrician. I have so much stored copper. How can I make necklaces similar to yours? I don't know. A goddess made my necklace. I don't make this. A goddess that makes copper made my necklace, made these chains. And this goddess has particular energy that she imbued with these chains. Right? So I don't make this. This is not my mission. My job is to wear it and receive the information and the power from the copper. But like I said, the activated will activate. So part of her activation was the fact that she learned how to make these pieces with the copper, right? And part of that was she gave them to me, which assists me channeling all this energy that I have because I'm wearing all this copper. You see? Next question. My goodness. You know what? I think I'm done with. Oh, I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I'm done with questions right now. I think I'm complete with questions at this particular point in time. I think I'm complete with this live as well. That's what I'm feeling. So listen, everybody. Everybody tune in to what it is you got to do. I will be out here tapping in let you know what I get. You know, I report to y'all, tell y'all what's going on. At the end of the day, I love y'all. Y'all know what it is. Continue to be you. Watch this video if you have to. If anybody needs me, you can reach out. But come correct. Anybody who reach out to me, please come correct. I am answering back DMs, but please come correct. Come correct. Like, don't come to me asking me a question that I already answered in this video. Right? Because I may just ignore that. Right? You got to be activating. You got to be having something with you. Equal exchange, y'all. Equal exchange. I just gave you all this and didn't ask you for a dime. Right? I didn't charge you for classes. All that was needed was your attention. And you apply it and you'll become the better guy that you're meant to be here to become. Maklaks, us in, setorim skaik losh. Vili kostamos, vekoemile eremo institurim fan. Vili ozivano shomest. Vili odori mukang lek orendisitorim ostishimo akam. Vili anzitariklo osimis, sometakarikshe, torimilixt. Boost. Heflikai mostima, reklixt, oshin. Zevele o marim blix veit ost. Blex shama, so clicks. Blikama, so rekimik.